of Montreal, false priest.
Hey guys, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. Going to do an album review, but before we get into that, I wanted to tell you that on the blog there's a new track from the tallest man on earth. He has a new EP out via iTunes, and it's a fantastic song. Just down there in the D-Box, find a link to download it. I wonder what Cal Chester thinks about the tallest man on earth.
Hey, if he's so tall, how come I haven't seen him, eh?
I hate him. I hate Cal Chester. Of Montreal is a band who over the years has dabbled in a lot of musical styles, whether it be psychedelic pop or funk or maybe on this album a little bit of R&B, but it doesn't matter what style they're pursuing. Whatever type of music they're playing, it's guaranteed to be something that completely just lets go of its inhibitions. Around releases like Sunlantic Twins and Hissing Fauna, frontman Kevin Barnes started embracing really flamboyant rock frontmen like David Bowie or Boy George or Prince. The music became more gaudy as well, like so overblown, so many kaleidoscopic sounds and colors to listen to, just very overloaded. And though I do think of Montreal got a lot weirder, I have to admit Kevin Barnes' songwriting did get more ambitious and his production chops got a lot better. Barnes' lyrics got more interesting too, creating characters and making these really cryptic references that drive fans nuts, wondering who or what the hell he's talking about. There were a lot more electronics in the music too, but False Priest, believe it or not, is somewhat of a step away from that. Maybe a little closer toward more natural instrumentation. Not that you can find a drum set in nature, but follow me on this one. Though the instrumentation here may be a little clearer than it has been for the past few LPs for Of Montreal, Kevin Barnes' vocal delivery is more unashamed than ever. He just continues to do all of these really wacky falsettos on all of the songs, which are weird enough alone, but here he started layering them on top of each other like it ain't no thing. There is a little more guitar on this LP, there's a little more drums on this thing, but the music still sounds very one track, very rigid. There's a ton of synthesizers on here, which I'm sure most of Montreal fans are used to by now, and that Beatles-esque bass guitar that has pretty much been there since almost the beginning is still standing strong on this LP too, though maybe it's not as loud as it used to be. Some songs are really quick and poppy and accessible, like the song Enemy Gene, where Janelle Monáe actually shows up to help in the vocal department, while other songs are really memorable just because of how strange they are, like Kevin Barnes narrating about this very, very dangerous, abusive relationship on Our Riotous Defects. I mean, the chick killed this beta fish. My issue with most of this LP is I wish Kevin Barnes wasn't trying to just pour 10 gallons of sound into my head within a 30-second time span. The bizarre nature of this album, just its demeanor, distracts away from the music more than it adds to it. Though, I will say, lyrical moments like "You Look Like a Playground to Me," that's just Kevin Barnes flirting with being a genius, if you would in fact allow me to call him a genius. I know Kevin Barnes can write a decent pop song when he just steps back and calms down a little bit. He's done it before, and he does it on this LP with Famine Affair. However, at least more than half the time, I find that all of the instrumentation and all of the sounds, all of the synths, are so layered on top of each other that it's just this orgy of sound that I really have no desire to reach into and kind of pull apart. I'm feeling a light 5, almost a strong 4 on this LP. And is it because all of the songs are really boring to me? No, not at all. It's actually because I love a lot of these songs, but I hate a lot of them too. But what does it matter? Like Kevin Barnes says in the track, there's nothing wrong with hating rock critics. I don't create, I just critique. But what I'm wondering is, what would you score this album? High 10? Low 1? Somewhere in the middle? Let me know. Anthony Fantano, oh yeah, and why? Anthony Fantano, False Priest, of Montreal, forever.